Hello everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to Totally Dacob. Today we are at Marshall's hunting for Halloween Code Orange. We got cowboy skeleton pillows. And in the past years, 49.99, we've seen these without the cowboy attire. It's the cowboy attire is not detachable, unfortunately. I'm checking out the arm, the hands, the bones. Look at the boots. Maybe you could kind of sew them off, but I find it hilarious that it's kind of a unalived cowboy just chilling in your living room. Then we got skeleton pillows, a mummy, and here it has green eyes. It's alive or not alive, we don't really know. I have not seen any Universal's Monsters tag attached to it. That, by the way, is not the price of the mummy. I was inspecting the mummy back and forth, trying to find the price tag, but this one did not seem to have one. So maybe it's in the $25 to $35 range. We do not know, but I will be shifting to the other side relatively soon. There are some pillow ghosts that are also dressed as cowboys. Here we are at the other mummy. I was trying to figure out if this mummy is super dirty. I was pointing out how dirty these pillows are. Isaac Mizrahi, actually. We got a fashion designer designing the mummy, but no price tag. Little mushrooms that remind us of Super Mario, also no price tag on that one. A little poisonous green aquamarine color, super cute. Kind of sneaked in there, even though it's not really Halloween. $19.99 for the ghost pillow with a cowboy attire. I mean, your Western haunting, I suppose. I don't know. We've seen this skull pillow in my prior Marshall's Halloween hunting video. Here's another overall view, all of them on the patio. It looks like they're at the cinema watching maybe Alien Romulus. Plush throw for $24.99. We ended up my last Marshall's Halloween hunting stream with the blankets, and here we kind of begin again with the blankets. I actually got that blanket with a ton of white little ghosts, which I show in my ghost Halloween vlog. You should go check out that video as well. The Boo blanket is adorable. Love the orange boos. That's kind of an example of a font that I do like for Halloween. Oversized knit throw for $24.99. We got jack-o'-lanterns, dogs, all sorts of dogs dressed up for Halloween, either trick-or-treating or just chilling on the patio. Here's another example of the same blanket, $24.99 there as well. So be sure to thumb up this video, subscribe to my channel while you're looking at these gorgeous witches for $19.99 flying all over your cozy blanket. This one is kind of felt in a way. This one's very interesting because it gave me Americana vibes, that checkered background, very Cadillac 50s, but then the ghosts are flying all over it. You know, I almost got that one, but ended up not getting it because I really bought way too many blankets already this season. I don't know what to do with them. Rachel Zoe, still with us in the fashion world. I haven't seen her show in a while. Here she has blankets with ghosts on it. There are also pillows to match these blankets. $24.99 for Rachel. So be sure to check out also my other Marshall's video, because the other Marshall's I was filming at, also Halloween Hunting 2024, the other Marshall's did have a different selection of products. Some are similar or same, but quite a few were different. $24.99 for the skull blanket. In general, here you can see the display is completely different than the other Marshall's. I repeat, go check out that video as well. Martha Stewart for $14.99 for the large light-up LED ghost in ceramic. And then we got the small Martha Stewart ghost as well for $7.99. And then this one we missed in the other Marshall's. It was there, but I didn't film it close up. Also Martha Stewart, this ghost has that kind of blackened or brown, bloody red around the eyes, $7.99. Not my favorite ghost. This pumpkin is not a light-up pumpkin, yay, but it's all beat up and scratched at the bottom for $9.99. Kind of a resin pumpkin with ghosts all over it, black and white. I quite liked that pumpkin, but it was unfortunately all beat up. The spooky ghost is adorable, just to kind of put it on the floor somewhere, $7.99. Seasonal decor, felt wool with synthetics, probably not the best thing to leave on the floor. Flocked green pumpkin for $5.99, and I'm saying this because I don't know, if you got it somewhere near the window, you could get a moth fly in or some bug on the floor eating it up. Not the best idea, in my opinion. Maybe leave it on the mantle. Here we have Nightmare Before Christmas, $24.99. Jack Skellington cookie jar with that pearlescent finish. If you are a Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas fan, this one's for you. This one was also available in the other Marshalls, by the way, but I'm just showing it again because I was fascinated by the pearlescence. Although I do prefer this pink jack-o'-lantern with the black kitty cat with young moon eyes or new moon eyes poking out. This one is $14.99 from Cobwebs and Cauldrons. Actually, I've been seeing quite a few decor items from this brand that I like. They are more on the cutesy Halloween side. So if you are more for the gore Halloween, that brand would not be for you, I believe. $12.99 for the light up triptych of ghosts. Jolly old fellas. We've seen those in the other Marshalls. And the Goblin and Ghoul ghost. I believe this one was $7.99. Even though, yeah, this one does not have a price tag on it. Also a light up ghost. Super cute. Almost got that one, but I don't know. I opted for not getting it. This is hilarious. The meditating skeleton with a plant growing out of its head. Kind of the Last of Us vibes. Almost as though a mushroom were growing out of its head. That was a plastic plant, by the way. Still loving this ghost. Like in last Marshall's video, $9.99 for this one because it's all kind of with its open little arms spooking you. Great mantelpiece, I believe. This one doesn't light up. It's a dressed up ghost in a witch hat with a jack-o'-lantern. How cute is this one? Oh, no, it does light up. Okay. $9.99 for the light up version. I could have sworn this one would not light up. Oh, well, that's why I didn't buy it. Because I was thinking, like, why didn't I buy that ghost? It's so cute. But light up. I'm not a big fan of the light up pieces. $9.99 for this animal. I guess it's a cow or, a Taurus of sorts. I don't know. And then we got a dragon here for all of you. $14.99 for all of you Game of Thrones fans. This is hilarious. You want to play Scrabble? Halloween got you covered. Hey, boo. Except I'm checking out here. They're glued. Unfortunately, these letters are glued. I'm like even turning it upside down to prove to you, look, they're not falling off. For $5.99, you get this little mantelpiece. Not so sure how... I don't know. To each their own. And another cookie jar for $9.99 with the fonts Spooky on it, orange and black. Peanuts, Snoopy. This one we've seen in the other Marshalls as well. I repeat, go check out that video. It's very interesting to see how different Marshalls stock differently. $14.99. I almost got this, but I also didn't. I'm still looking for a particular dosing cup jack-o'-lanterns that I've seen 1 year ago, and then they sold out, and I've never seen them again. So I'm kind of looking for that specific item if they stock it up again. But until then, I'm looking at all the others and just enjoying them and filming them. Loved this frame. Spoiler alert, $7.99. I did get this one. Fell in love with it. Little haunted mansion frame. Really, really, really cute. It stole my heart. And in fact, there you go. We took it and it's gone. I paid for it, of course. Now, here we have the small and then behind it the large version of the skeletons for $14.99, the smaller version of the skeletons that are in love. They're silver skeletons. And then their bigger version in this resinous-y type of material for $24.99. These do not light up. They're just sculptural items. Silver skeletons, I don't know. Hey, boo. $7.99 pearlescent finish for this little porcelain. No, that's not porcelain. Like ceramic item. Again, it's the font for me. That doesn't do it. $12.99 for a Dia de los Muertos style skeleton skull. And then we got Jack. Terrible paint job. Look how they painted this this poor Jack's name on this item. The eyes are all scratched up. $14.99 for the figurine. This one does not light up. It's just a mantelpiece, right? Here we go for all the lovers of skulls. $7.99 for a skull with butterflies landing on it. It's kind of like a more delicate approach to death in a way. But then butterfly in Greek means soul. So butterflies attached to skulls or skeletons, leaving them, flying around them. It's almost like the soul, the symbology of the soul flying around the deceased body. Very fascinating. And then there was another animal head for $9.99, which we saw in black. And then these frames that, well, technically you can open them in the back, but I mean, what are you going to do? You can't really put anything in it. So there's the man and the woman, the male and female one. Here are the lovers. We don't know if these are male or female for 9.99. I mean, one is dressed with a rose in the head, and the other one rose around the pelvic area, but kind of cute as well. Mine is the roses. I don't know. The little dapper skeleton, adorable. We saw this at the other Marshalls, 9.99. He's kind of all alone, waiting for his girlfriend or boyfriend to come on and go on a date together. This skull has very interesting eye sockets. I was looking at for the price, couldn't find it. I guess this one is around $7.99 or $9.99. And all that glitter is glued just in the eyes, not in the nose. One of those pieces where the glitter is kind of not that bad because it's in the eye socket. It's not going to fall out easily. You're not going to touch it all the time. Not that bad. Here is this one reminds me with all these crystals growing all over it. Also all molded, obviously. $9.99 for this skull. So I presume the other one was also $9.99, giving me that Gaga vibes from her debut Fame album with the glasses where she kind of glued all those crystals to the glasses. And the ballerina skeleton for $12.99. We've seen in the other Marshalls. She is very glittery, and in fact, look at that. Now I'm going to try to clean off the glitter. It just does not go away. I even sacrificed my t-shirt, my Halloween t-shirt, try to get the glitter particles off. Forget about it. It ain't budging. The snakes are adorable. They didn't need to be gold though. But $9.99 for the snakes. They are not metal. They have kind of a resin feel to them, and then they're painted in gold. The jar with the ghosts attached to it, they're like kind of hand made, the little ghosts, $7.99 with a wooden lid. The pastel color, very delicate colored jack-o'-lantern stack of candles in beige, pink, and this off-white tone, I want to say, slightly yellow, for $7.99. Here I'm smelling it, trying to see. It's not scented. The pillows, the ghost pillows and the jack-o'-lantern pillow. So that smiley blanket just snuck in there. It was not Halloween decor, but to each their own. I really like this one. Okay, even the eyes and the mouth and the nose are flocked. $16.99 for this one. Not flocked, sorry, velvet. It's not just like some cheap acrylic fabric used to stitch the eyes and the nose, but $19.99 for the ghost. The jack-o'-lantern was more affordable, but I don't know. I feel like it's a very cool item and very cool piece, but it wasn't that soft to the touch. Here I'm taking it with me because I'm still contemplating whether or not I should get it. So I'm taking the pillow with me for the moment. This is the biggest item I've seen in terms of size. The jack-o'-lantern little, I don't know what it is, like a ghost little demon. $59.99. Paint job is atrocious, but doesn't matter. It lights up. It is cute. It is big. It can definitely fill a room. And if you see it from a distance, it looks kind of interesting. Although you can see there above the bow, there is a hole. Something broke off on the neck of this little creature, of this little jack-o'-lantern. $7.99 for the candy corn in felt. Tiny little item to decorate the bed or table or mantle. A cat on a boo pumpkin for $12.99. Just decor, resinous, no light up feature, and on top of the cat is a ghost. Very bizarre. Now I'm moving away this candy corn bat, which costs with a bow, which costs $7.99, in order to focus on this. Obsessed. Okay, I saw this. I was like, oh my God. I know they do these every year, but I just love these little wooden, glued together, haunted houses, haunted mansions, spooky stuff with a tree. And they do light up. We're going to light them up in just a second. Tombstones, and the house is all closed up. The ghost is flying from the roof. And then I find out who made this. Kind of shocked. It's Martha Stewart. Martha delivers yet again LED wood decor. And then when I light it up, it gets even better because I was expecting red, right? Or orange. But no, we got full-blown spooky, this kind of teal, like green blue, very, very moody in a very, very good way. Then we have the moon with the witch flying above the rooftop, spider webs in the windows of these abandoned haunted mansions, and then it goes on as I show more close-ups of the fencing, how the trees are cut out. $16.99. I was expecting this to cost way more. And then I found a second exhibit B. You can see there's a slight difference between the first and the second house. Now, this is the first one. I put them kind of on top of each other so we can analyze both of them. This is the first one with the witch on the left side of the first mansion or house, the haunted tree, the tombstone, and then the house with the bat and the ghost on top. And then when we light it up, it's green, like that blue-green. And then we fly through the scenario. I am envisioning using this as a sort of setup to place figurines or something if you have miniatures, super cute. And then we fly up to the upper row, same houses, same design for the houses, except you see those little, here's a jack-o'-lantern that wasn't in the first scene. And this one turns red. And then I was like, oh, wow, okay, red. But then look at that, it shifts to green. There's a cat over there. This tombstone has a cross on it. The other tombstone didn't. Then it turns to blue, purple. There's a raven up there. Now, in this case, the witch is to the right of the roof. But something was off about it because I'm thinking to myself, wait, hold on a minute. Why is the witch in front of the other tree? The moon should not be in front of a tree. It should be in the back of the tree. $14.99 for this pumpkin. Just your regular pumpkin in resin. So I thought somebody made a mistake and glued that witch to the wrong side. I mean, it should have been behind the tree. The moon should be the furthest level away from the viewer. The moon is not in front of a tree, obviously. This ginormous metal pail, $16.99, jack-o'-lantern pumpkin pail to put candles in it, I suppose. And I guess to decorate the porch or patio. A lanai. If you're a golden girl, you would decorate your lanai with this one. But be careful. Florida is very humid. You might find a baby crocodile in there one morning instead of the treats. As Sophia Petrillo would say, you never know. And that pail, we're putting it back. Look how properly I am placing everything back like I found it. Trying to be very respectful of all of these pieces. $9.99 for the white pail, jack-o'-lantern pail. Pumpkin pail. Now we have pale. The kitten, so adorable. And this kitten also, the mummy kitten, with its paws up in the air, waving them like it just don't care. $12.99 for this one in resin. Cute. Selfie skeletons. Believe it or not, this is the most expensive piece at Marshall's. Well, at least in this Marshall's. And they are taking a selfie, metal. And I'm kind of trying to figure out, what is this telephone? Is there something on the screen? No. There's nothing on the smartphone or whatever phone they're using. And they are all in metal. $79.99. That's $80 plus tax. Midnight Fright d'extérieur. French or Canadian. I mean, do we need skeletons taking a selfie? I don't know. Although it is kind of spooky to think about it. It's very now. Selfie moment. Imagine Halloween 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that nobody would have imagined a skeleton with a phone in their hands taking a picture. $19.99 for this lady that lights up floating. She has a spell book of incantations underneath her and she's levitating. We have seen in the other Marshalls, go check out that video, a different type of levitating lady that was put under a spell and is levitating laying down, and this one is sitting down. It's from the same collection. They all have that purple cape, a little bit of orange details, and black outfits. $12.99 for the little young witch from the Coven with her kitten. Actually, two cats. $12.99 for her beautiful little dress with white, orange, and black details. Now, this jack-o'-lantern is heavy. It lights up. It is more of an elongated version of a jack-o'-lantern. All that white stuff in some cases are scratches. In other cases, it's styrofoam that's just left over, but it was protected for travel. $16.99. You see, it's a little bit beat up at the bottom, but this one is heavy. It's almost as if it were made out of cement or something. Bizarre choice of colors, but if you're into those natural tones, why not? This is hilarious. This headless horseman, well, they glued the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern head, backwards. $29.99. So you can see the horse is driving or riding, and the head is flipped backwards. So there you go. And I'm showing off, like, look, guys, is there something wrong with this headless horseman? Yeah, it's flipped backwards. So what does that mean? If you're hunting for variants, if this were a toy, this would be like one of those special ones because there's a mistake made in the factory, so it costs more later. But it is a little bit hilarious that pumpkin is backwards. $12.99 that the jack-o'-lantern is facing backwards. $12.99 for the Halloween cowboy ghosts. I adored this little hand-painted muffin or cookie jar. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of that splotch of paint that is just dried up there, and you can't clean it up anymore. $14.99. The glass is actually glass. I would love to put a perfume bottle in there because I love my perfumes, make them look like spooky perfumes. But unfortunately, it was flawed. This one also has a glass container. It's round, like for bubble gum almost, right? And $14.99, pink colors. Again, hand painted with a ghost and a bow on top. Pink, white, black, and transparent glass hues. Adorable if you're into that cutesy version of Halloween. A ghost with a witch hat and a jack-o'-lantern. $7.99. This one does not light up. There you go. That was the one I was remembering from filming. Remember I showed you a couple of minutes ago the other ghost that I thought was not light up, but it was light up. This is adorable. The measuring cups upside down because they're ghosts floating on top of each other. However, $9.99. The issue I see with this one, and this was 10 Strawberry Street, right? The brand that since 2022 has not posted anymore on Instagram, so I don't know if they exist anymore. But anyway, you see, all of these little ghosts, the 4 ghosts are all on top of each other, stacked on top of each other and protected by cardboard. But when you unpack them, there's no cardboard. You're just going to be scratching the ceramic against ceramic. And I don't know how good that is for the ghosts. Disney villains, poisoned apple, also measuring cups. In this case, 3, not 4. For $16.99 with that kind of oil spillage glazing, pearlescent finish on top. Let's go ghouls again. Cheerleading cowboy ghosts and the boo. That glue, you can see how that glue kind of spilled. $6.99, not a bad price altogether. I do like the combination of the ghosts turning into letters. In this case, O's. And that item we saw at the other Marshalls as well. So the Happy Halloween ghosts are super heavy. This one is probably also to keep the door open or closed. They are kind of like beanie bags. Beanie Babies. $16.99. Very heavy, very white. What are you going to do with putting something so white and clean on the floor? A little bit tricky. And shifting to the other side, there's the big mummy, the big resin mummy, and the little resin mummy. Here I'm looking at the shelves, trying to figure out what to film first. And I realized we got the Headless Horseman with the jack-o'-lantern facing the right way. And I'm pointing out with my finger, I'm like, check this out, guys. That's how we are used to seeing the Headless Horseman. His jack-o'-lantern head is facing forward. $29.99 for this one. So, like I said, there's 2 examples of the Headless Horseman with the jack-o'-lantern facing forward, but I'm kind of tempted to get the one that's flawed with the head facing backwards. I kind of find it hysterical. Ghost candles, not scented. Get 6 little ghost candles, and yeah, they do melt and disappear just like a ghost would. Not melt, but disappear. $6.99 for the set of 6 candles if you're into that. The Book of Spells, the Magic, the Witch's Guide to Cooking, and Hocus Pocus. These are not openable. They are not a box. They're not a container. They are literally just decor for the mantle. $7.99 to create an illusion. Same here, $7.99, except this set of Black Cat, Magic, Hocus Pocus, all scratched up and beat up. You're supposed to kind of lay them flat like this. The Toad skeleton for $9.99 in resin. And then we got the cutesy ghost with a bow and a pink jack-o'-lantern that it kind of looks a little bit unfortunate. But I like when a jack-o'-lantern looks a little bit unfortunate. They're so cute when they have these weird shapes. $7.99 for the spooky party. a bust of the Monster Frankenstein. This does not look like our Boris Karloff 1999 for light up. I'm not a fan of his eyeballs lighting up. They don't light up in the movie. Why should they light up in the bust? I would have liked this bust to have Boris Karloff's likeness, and if it wasn't lighting up, I would have bought it. Puzzles, 1,000-piece puzzle, $12.99. We saw these briefly at the other Marshalls, but I did not zoom them in, did not show a close-up of them, but now we get a chance to see them up close. And here's the other version with a lot of different costumes for dogs. If you are a fan of dogs or cats dressed up for Halloween, you could have fun and enjoy this 1,000-piece puzzle. If you're a Disney Winnie the Pooh fan, there is also an orange jack-o'-lantern version for $34.99 of Winnie the Pooh, the head, as a cookie jar. Jack-o'-lantern cookie jar. Or in this case, you could dump a ton of honey in there because it is Winnie the Pooh. This little witch with orange hair is adorable for $9.99. She is just the cutest. Look at her little outfit, her little tiny leglets, the just pendulous little legs, and the sequined outfit. She is so fashionable and adorable. $12.99 for the Ray Dunn Boo Ghost carafe with opaque eyes and mouth. Very fascinating. Again, it's the Boo letters. Take those away, and I would have bought that in a jiffy. The Eek jar in green. Love the green. Ray Dunn again. Ray Dunn seems to adore fonts and writing stuff on ceramics. It just, had there been no Boo on that carafe, I would have bought it. But alas, 'tis what it is. Glitter Ghost with the Boo, $5.99 in wood. Here we're checking out the small mummy for $12.99. Really cute bust if you're into, again, the cutesy version of Halloween. What was it, $4.59 for the mug with the snake. And here is the Bride of Frankenstein. You can acquire her together with Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster for $19.99. She's a little bit more movie accurate. I would say the likeness resembles a little bit more the movie, but she lights up as well, and her eyes light up as well, although they do not light up in the movie. But the paint job was not the best either. But I do love anytime we get Frankenstein's monster in any way, shape, or form. Skellington, Jack Skellington, and you got your teacups from Disney, and I'm trying desperately to reach Ghostface from Scream. A very bizarre looking mug. How do you drink from that? And gently, I suppose. You have to find your right angle. And the price is $9.99 for Ghostface. Right next to it, we do have a ghost wearing pink boots as a mug for $5.99. You see, when there's no kind of franchise attached to the object they're selling, they cost a little bit less. Ghostface costs a couple of dollars more because it's Ghostface. But the ghosts, that was a little bit more complicated to manufacture, costs less because it doesn't have a franchise attached to it. The straws were $3.99. Plastic straws, plastic Halloween straws, $3.99. 6-foot garland in felt for $14.99 with a ton of little creatures from Ghost with Jack-o'-lanterns, and I do believe also was a skull there as well, possibly. The Spooky Mingos. Okay, I'm going to show you these. These are really fascinating because for several reasons. First of all, flamingos that are orange and black for Halloween, $14.99. You're supposed to kind of stab your lanai, your earth in your garden with them. Made in the USA. So this brand is particularly adamant to repeat to us on every side of the box, made in USA. They are very proud. At a certain point, ghoulish fun since the 1950s, spooktacular. At one point on the box, they even state the box is even printed in the USA. The flamingos are made in these. The blow mold flamingos are made in the USA. I was like, okay, I get it. I would have actually bought them because love me a piece of plastic and blow mold made in the USA, but unfortunately they had those metal legs. You're supposed to kind of, put them in the yard. I wanted to decorate my living room with them, but I just can't really place them in the living room. Their little legs would not work with my floor. And I don't want to put them in the garden. Ginormous Jack Skellington doll. What was it, $19.99? Didn't see the price correctly. Let me see. He is quite big, like a plushie. stuffed version of Jack Skellington. And then we have a sippy cup, $12.99 with a lot of skulls. This one is metal lacquered, on top printed and lacquered. It's quite substantial. This one I loved. Sweet Street, $9.99, very much ya Dracula coasters. Made in India. It does have that made in India vibe about it, how the wood or the resin is carved and shaped. Quite fascinating. I did like those quite a bit. And here you got sandwich cutters, cookie cutters, jack-o'-lantern shape, little gifting card too from $4.99. Pink and black cobweb mug. These are fascinating. It's a set of 2 candle holders. First I thought, oh, salt and pepper shakers. No, $6.99 for candle holders. You're supposed to stick a candle in it and just kind of lift them and walk through the house. You don't see stuff like that often. So I think that's kind of an interesting novelty piece for Halloween. Definitely. Mystical elixir. What was that? $4.99 in a ceramic material, not glass, even though it looks like glass. More Martha Stewart delivering The Mummy for $14.99. Mummy plushies that can sit on a mantle, And more Nightmare Before Christmas. What's the price? $24.99. That jack-o'-lantern at the tip of the nose. To each their own. Here is our Jemmy or Gemmy dancing mummy for $16.99. We've seen the mummy dance in the other Marshalls. We've also seen the 3 skeletons in the other Marshalls. You can go check out all the details about them in my other video. We've also seen this Gemmy dancing dressed up dog, $14.99. It dances to the music Thriller by Michael Jackson. Here we have a magnetic bag clips you can put on your fridge for $4.99 with tombstones on them. See, the first RIP was a little bit busted, but they did have a second box as well. My broomstick runs on red wine. For all those witches that love to guzzle on Halloween night for $5.99, they have their statement right there in wood, black on white. This one I am obsessed with, kind of. $7.99 for a ghost that is hiding as a mushroom, and the mushroom is pink. How bizarre. A mushroom ghost? Never seen before. Hello Kitty. Oil dispenser smelling of cinnamon oil. Halloween Hello Kitty. And then candy corn lane, 6-foot garland, $14.99. Candy corn and jack-o'-lanterns. Here is a little sculpture in resin for $12.99 of a pink ghost saying boo and wearing a witch hat. Delicately, lightly pink. Why not stay for a brew? Asked the witch for $5.99. And you are the brew. The witch will be a brewin'. $3.99 for this little notepad with jack-o'-lanterns and super cute. Look at the jack-o'-lantern and the red lining inside of the notepad. Really adorable. They had the witch version in black and then the witch bat, ghost, and jack-o'-lantern version in pink. All 3 had the same price tag. Here's a carpet for $29.99. Accent rug, not a full-blown carpet, but an accent rug. And then Hello Kitty comes at us again with Halloween homeware. $9.99 for the big Hello Kitty spooky container. I think it's dishwasher safe and microwave safe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what it says at the bottom there. $7.99 for the slightly smaller bowl. And then there's a regular non-Halloween edition with your regular Hello Kitty head for, what was it, $5.99 or $7.99? And then the fall, autumn, not Halloween, but fall version, Hello Kitty bowl for $9.99. They're quite substantial and heavy. And then this little fella here. I call it the ginormous mug. It is a mummy Hello Kitty for $14.99. It's a sort of a pitcher, to dose your liquids or whatever you're doing. And but I would use it as a cereal bowl. You know, if you want a ginormous portion of cereal, you just dump it in the Hello Kitty, mummy. Right done. We've seen the white version of these measuring cups at the other Marshalls. We saw the white ghosts. Now we see the pink version of them. And there's four of them. $14.99 for 4 measuring cups. Quite heavy and substantial to lift up. Fell in love with these mugs. I briefly filmed them in the other video. Didn't really see them in detail. And then when I was editing my other Marshalls video, I saw them and I was like, why didn't I film these? These are so gorgeous. In fact, spoiler alert, got one of these mugs. $4.99. They're like poisonous little flowers, cutesy jack-o'-lantern flowers that poison you, you know, as you're drinking. Hope they're not lead-based because I really want to drink from them. Hope the colors are, you know, healthy to use. And here we come to the infamous Britney Spears doggy with a jack-o'-lantern dressed as a ghost, trick-or-treating. Next to it is a resin kitten for $9.99. Little witch kitten, super adorable. Now, the ghost is from Gemi, the dog is from Gemi, $14.99. It does play the Britney Spears song. I cannot play the song for copyright reasons, but this is the one that's kind of sold out everywhere, and they still had one left at this Marshall's. And I turned it on here, and it's kind of wiggling its butt and lifting its paws and begging for more candy. It's like, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. Adorable. It is iconic, but I thought, you know what, let somebody else who really loves this get a chance to buy it. I'll leave it there. I have immortalized it in this video, and that is good enough for me. Otherwise, it might just turn into a dust collector at home. You never know. And a little kitten, little chubby kitten for $9.99 of the jack-o'-lantern is adorable as well. Snoopy bed sheets, yes, queen, for $24.99. And again, we're going to go sleep now on the Rachel Zoe pillow with the ghosts. And I do believe for $24.99, for that price and those ghosts, the end is nigh. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thumb up this video if you've enjoyed it, you guys. And until next time, never give up on scary, macabre love.